So the other key part of our transport offering is our latest project, as has been announced recently with what we're doing in the Zim border post, as it were. I don't need to tell anybody about really what that means. I think we can't afford to have people spend over 2 weeks. Now, this is drivers with their hauling and all of that trying to just cross a border for goods and services and trade. That just can never be acceptable. If you think about the amount of additional cost, which is why our ability to be productive and competitive at a global scale is being held back. Those are just additional costs that ultimately, for me, you, everybody around us, it ends up meaning that we are buying things at an increased cost. And therefore, if you are a trader or a business or whatever that is, your ability to really compete at a global level, if you were an exporter, if you think about it, you just cannot compete. And so we need to clear those things out, right? That's why for us it was quite important to be part of that solution. So we are very proud about that. And it's not only a border that serves South Africa and Zimbabwe. It is a gateway to SADC. Indeed, a lot of that traffic then moves on into other countries further up, including as far out as the DRC on the roadside. So if you think about how suddenly that we can have a predictable offering. If a truck leaves from here, I can tell quite predictably that it will be out in Zambia by date X. That would help. But what we've also seen as one of the consequences and effects of COVID is that supply chain management is a huge thing, right? And you need to have your supply close to source as best as possible. We've all seen when the world went into hard lockdowns and suddenly you couldn't get things out of China when China closed out first, how things came to a halt. And you are seeing it now, for instance, with components on cars, on phones, etc., that things are delayed. And what's going to happen is that transport is going to be a key node in ensuring that if we devolve away from just sourcing at a global level but try and regionalize as best we can, those supply chains need to be as efficient as if you were getting stuff out of China, because that has been, a well-oiled machine, as it were. And for us then as a continent to be able to compete at a global level, we can't compete if we can't transport goods across the border efficiently at a cost that is bearable. And let's not forget that there are lives behind these things. There are people behind these things. It is fathers and mothers who are spending time away because they're spending X amount of days on the border. We if we're going to have a better society that is sustainable, that is what we want to be part of, we need to be also worrying about the men in the street, ensuring that they are also given the quality of life that we all are yearning for.